I'm about to record my podcast, and I wanted to, invite everyone along with me to let you know, that I really do not just care about you buying Glam Naturally oil, but I also do care about you achieving healthier hair. We have to do this together. Hi, you're from Morocco? Oh my goodness, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for following. Thank you for purchasing Glam Naturally oil. So this is the Glam with Grace podcast, and the topic for today is things to avoid when growing back your hair to health. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you have questions, hi from Trinidad. Hey darling, how are you? If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask, and I would answer your questions as well. But before I talk about what I want to talk about today, before I start my podcast, I always talk about the word for today. And the word for today from me to you all is it doesn't hurt to be a kind person. I think I spoke about this 3 days ago as well. Hi guys, hello. Hi. It doesn't hurt to be kind. It doesn't hurt to be a nice person. Hello, darling. In anything that you do, it's important to show kindness. Yes, I do. Yes. I ship to Trinidad. Yes, we ship to all Caribbean countries. I don't know. Do you follow my personal page, Jumi Grow? If you do not follow my personal page, follow my personal page now. You get to know more about me and even more about the back end of Glam Naturally oil, because I'm constantly posting on my story how I'm doing this, and I appreciate you all for your support. Darling, how are you, my loves? Thank you so much for coming, darling. You're planning on cutting your hair. It's relaxed hair, and you do I think it's a good idea? What should I use? Normally I really don't like relaxed hair. I'm not for it, and my brand is really not for relaxed hair, because I really feel like chemicals does a great damage to your hair, especially if you have hair loss issues. Hi Fussy Hair Daily. Hello, my love. Mwah. Thank you. You love my t-shirt so much. Thank you so much. Yes, it's the I Love Glam Naturally oil t-shirt, and I'm going to make it available for all our customers as well very soon. So yes, talking about things to avoid when growing back your natural hair. Okay, so the first thing that I put on my list is, the first thing you want to look for is in your shampoo. Look at the ingredients in your shampoo and thank you, darling, and your conditioner. I always tell everyone, try to go for natural product. More natural products is better for your health, because a lot of the so-called brands, they do things the cheaper way, and a lot of the ingredients that they put in the shampoo and conditioner is not good for your health. So definitely look into more natural product. Okay, I recommend that. And then the second thing that I advise for you to avoid when growing back your hair to health, guys, that I always talk about this, protective hairstyling. Okay, I am not against protective hairstyling. That's absolutely not what I'm for. I am not against it in any way or form. But if you're going to have a protective hairstyle done, make sure it doesn't have any tension on your hair, on your edges. Hi guys, I love you more. Thank you so much. Oh, so the second thing you need to avoid is tight protective hairstyling. Even if you have a wig on, some synthetic wigs, they cause damage to your hair. Because imagine if you put a tight weave on your hair and you're constantly putting pressure on your edges, eventually it's going to break your edges. So this is what I recommend. Hi darling, if you really have to put on a wig, which is okay, make sure you have a satin cap or a satin covering, something protecting your edges while you put your wig on. And if you're going to have braids done, you have to be strict with your hairstylist and tell them not to put pressure on your edges. No pressure on your hair. Hi, darling. No pressure at all. Please, you have the power to say no to pressure on your hair. So avoid that as much as possible. And then if you braid regularly, always massage your scalp with oils. It's so important. That is the reason why I created the braid oil. The braid oil, the reason why this is created is for itchy and dry scalp during a protective hairstyling. So when I used to do a lot of braids, I know that I used to hate the fact that my hair was really dry and flaky. And then I started mixing things and I saw that it was working for me. Hi! I saw that it was working for me, and that was the reason why I created the braid oil. Using this every day when you have braids installed or cornrows or even your weaves, as long as you can reach your scalp, a little of it is all you need. So if you're going to have your protective hairstyling done, make sure you're constantly keeping your scalp moisturized. It is so important. Would this work on locks? Yes, it works on dreadlocks. Absolutely, it does. Okay, so that's scalp cleansing. So we're talking about the first thing when it comes to protective hairstyling, how to keep your hair moisturized and your scalp healthy, is scalp cleansing as well. So how often I have a question, how often do you scalp cleanse? Do you think it's important to scalp cleanse every time you have your braids done? So think about it. When you get your braids done, how long do you have your braids on for? Maybe 6 months. Oh, sorry, not 6 months, 6 weeks, right? Imagine not doing nothing, absolutely nothing to your scalp for 6 weeks. And then you eventually take out the protective hairstyle, the braids, after 6 weeks, right? When you take it out, a lot of people complain to me, I have a lot of breakage, my hair keeps breaking. But why is it breaking? What have you done during the period of the 6 weeks where you were doing nothing? So I recommend for you to scalp cleanse. You can scalp cleanse in 2 ways, which the first way, hi love, the first way is to actually wash your scalp. You wash your scalp once every 2 weeks if you can. I don't know, everyone has different ways of doing it. You can do it that way, or you can use natural oils to scalp cleanse as well. So you using this regularly, you wouldn't have to do too much of scalp cleansing because of the natural or the whole organic. They keep your scalp also cleansed and moisturized at the same time, if that makes sense. So it doesn't have the foul smell, doesn't smell funny, and then the flakiness reduces and it encourages growth to your hair. So the second thing I also recommend is edges cleansing. How often do you cleanse your edges when you have braids done? A lot of us tend to forget. How do you make your braids look good? You know, everyone wants to sleek their edges with the edge controls. But one thing you have to remember is you do it the first day, you do it the second day. By 1 week, hi, thank you for coming in. After 1 week, it's got like a product build up. It's like white. It's not looking as good. So how do you take that away to add on? I always tell everyone, if you have braids on and you have to have your edges sleeked, no problem with that. Just make sure that you are constantly, maybe once a week. I used to do mine daily because I didn't like the build up. I used to literally, so when I have my hair under the shower, I put a cap on and then I leave my edges out, and I literally put a conditioner before I go into, I deep condition my edges before I go into the shower. Then I use water to wash it off, if that makes sense. But that, you don't have to wash it, you can condition it to take it off. So I hope that helps. Okay, so the fourth thing that you need to avoid when trying to grow back your hair to health is avoid chemicals on your hair. And the first thing I want to address is dyes, hair dyes. Most of them, they include 80% chemicals. And when you're dyeing your hair, if you really, really have to dye your hair, this is what I tell everyone trying to grow back their hair to health. Don't dye your hair. Give it a break. Maybe 6 months. After 6 months, then you can do it. But just give it time for it to grow back nicely, and then you can dye your hair. And then if you chose that, okay, I can't wait 6 months, I really have to dye my hair, you can use a natural product, or you can use henna. You can use anything natural to help you dye your hair instead of using chemicals, because chemicals breaks it even further. Thank you for the love, guys. Says, how do I get back my healthy hair from being dry and breaking after ice water? Hair porosity hair. So yay, don't do it. So this is what I would advise you. It's not too late to get back to health. For example, I had to cut off all my hair because I just wanted everything to be equal, because after I had my hair loss issues, some part of it was short, some part of it was long, so I just wanted it to be equal. That was why I cut off my hair. You don't have to do that. You can start by doing scalp massages daily, and that's the next thing I'm going to go in through now. So we're talking about the things to avoid when growing back your hair to health, right? So this is number 7. So DIY, so do DIY, and I intentionally say DIY, natural deep treatment consistently. Why? Because You can do deep treatment with other products or other brand, but I actually prefer mixing my own stuff at home and my avocado, my banana, because they're fruit and they're good for your hair, they're good for your body, and it's not going to damage my health because I know what I'm putting into it. So it's important for you to do that. I have, again, I'll put Jumi Grow. Follow my regular page, my personal page. I have videos on YouTube of my DIY treatments. You can go there. But like I said, do not put tension on your hair. It's dry now. You have to keep it moisturized. How do you keep it moisturized? Water is key. Do never detangle your hair when it's dry. It has to be very, very wet. Well, you can give it a try. So it says, do you recommend... Okay, I want to dye my hair, and what products do you recommend? I also have 4C hair, porosity hair. So yay, we have the same egg texture. So you can please follow my page and see what I'm doing for my hair to bring it back to health. But I don't actually, honestly, do not have any brand in mind because I have never dyed my hair. So I am not going to recommend anything I do not know. But I would recommend you to use natural products to dye your hair, like henna. I've heard so many good stuff about it. So that part is handsome. Hi, Raheem. Hello, my love. Amazing. Thank you. Can I get a free oil? All right. Lovely _ Jack 20. DM me. I feel inspired. Thank you, love. And I'm glad I inspired you. How often is it good to wash your hair? Hey, Stella. Okay. Don't wash your hair too much. I washed my hair 2 days ago, and I wash it once every 2 weeks. Even though I went to the gym, I don't wash my hair every day, and I go to the gym almost every day. But I use the braid oil because it keeps it moisturized and clean. Once every 2 weeks is what I recommend. But if you have your hair in braids, then, of course, after 6 weeks. I don't recommend for you to leave your braid on for too long. 4 to 6 weeks is the maximum so that you can have enough time to treat your hair and wash your hair and promote a healthier scalp. Thank you so much for the love, guys. When detangling, detangle with patience, right? How often do you detangle in a rush? You cannot detangle in haste. You cannot detangle in a rush. Please don't do that. No. When you're detangling, use a wide tooth comb. Very important. And be patient. Patience is like number one. Be patient. Because if you do it in haste, you're going to end up breaking your hair. So you have to be patient when you're... Thank you for the love, guys. You guys are so amazing. I honestly love my customers. You guys are amazing. So yeah, do that and use the cocoa shea or the mango shea or all the products that you trust or brand that you trust and to detangle your hair. But make sure it's wet, use a white tooth comb, and have loads of patience.